All right, so we're gonna, I think, start with just a little check-in with ourselves, and then do a little chanting and take it from there. So I'm going to share the screen again. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Yes, thumbs up. Okay, thanks. All right, so arguably one of the foundational principles of yoga is ahimsa, which is, as you can see if you're looking at the screen, the absence of harm, or sometimes called nonviolence or non-harming. It's yet it's not just the absence of harm, but the presence of kindness, and at a minimum, to not be mean. If you have to do something that is strong. So this is something we can all aspire to. It really touched me when I saw this particular interpretation of ahimsa. It's not just the absence of harm, it's the presence of kindness that emerges from that. And so we can just reflect on it, and we don't have to work too hard at it, just see what it may bring up in you. So let's take a moment to, we're going to chant in a moment, but if you're lying down, you could stay there for a moment longer. Let's just check in and feel our contact with the floor, whether it's your back or your sit bones. And I think one reason why practice can be so helpful is we just give a chance, the things that have been put in the background because we often need to set things aside to cope, they have a chance to emerge. So sometimes that can feel like a great relief. Other times it can feel a little scary or uncomfortable. So we welcome whatever comes to the foreground as we check in, and we welcome into awareness the experience of breath without any plan for it to begin with. Just let it be for a couple of cycles. However calm or stormy you may be this morning, let's embrace what is. And then breathing through the nose, maybe Ujjayi, just a couple breaths, or we invite just a little fuller or freer breath. Kind of linking arms with the force that breathes us. And if you're lying down, you could just listen. If you need to stay there longer, you could roll to one side and sit. Please listen and repeat now. Ahimsa. Together. Ahimsa. Listen again. Ahimsa. Together. Ahimsa. Two more times, all of us together. Ahimsa. Ahimsa. And listen and repeat. Shanti. Together. Shanti. Listen. Om. ntih. 2 times together. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We'll take a moment now to bring our hands to just touch the crown of the head. And then, if you'd like, you could cover your eyes, palm the eyes. Then bring your fingers to touch the hollow at the base of your throat. Feel that touch. When ready, to the heart. To the abdomen. And to your knees. And then either with your hands or in your imagination, touching the feet. And the whole body, awareness of the whole body. Om Shanti. When ready now, would you please come to all fours? Gradually coming to all fours, and we tune in now to the rhythm and initiation of the breath. The inhale comes in and let the chest lift. Exhale, bow, hips towards heels, Vajrasana, forward bend. We'll repeat this a few times. Inhaling, unfurling the hips out of the heels, the heart out of the hips, the head out of the heart. Exhale, bowing the head, and settle the elbows. You'll continue like this a few times. And if you're feeling a little sluggish, you could just very gently propose a slight pause after the inhale. Okay, you're feeling a little hyper, you could just propose a slight pause after the exhale. Just see what that's like as you repeat this a couple more times. Beautiful. Nice. When you finish this or the next one, settle either in the folded configuration or just sit for a moment. And take your time, my friends, and gradually come to standing as you're ready. We'll do a little Tardasana, which in this lineage, Tardasana is translated as tall tree posture or something like palm tree posture. So you stand with your feet under your pelvis, your stable stance. If balance is a challenge for you, you can face a wall and place your hands on the wall or stand next to a wall, side of your body. Let's just start with leaving the heels on the ground to begin with. So when the breath is ready, let the inhale carry your arms out and up. and then exhale down. We'll just start with that a couple times. Okay, so movement of the arms, which are helping to open up those spaces between the vertebrae. Okay, well now we'll add something to this. So once again, we'll start the same way. Inhale, arms go up. Now exhale, bend your elbows a little bit, so elbows bend a few inches. Then inhale, extend through the fingers again. Take the slack out of the joints, and exhale, lower the arms down. I'll say that again, okay? So inhaling, the arms are carried wide and up, arms long. Exhale, as I draw in my belly, gradually I bend the elbows, and the shoulders have a chance to not work quite as hard. Now, inhale through the fingertips that you lead, distal reach. Exhale, come down. You'll feel some effort in your shoulders. Don't worry about that. So go like that one more time. Tadasana. Very good. Okay. Now, from here, if you're using a mat, you could start at the back of the mat. Turn out the right foot a bit, step the left foot forward, and we'll apply these arms in Virabhadrasana. So the posture of courage. So let's try this now. As you inhale and bend the knee, raise your arms more from the front. And so the front knee bent. Now stay there. Exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, arms extend, refresh the length in your back leg. Exhale, lower the arms as you straighten the front leg. That's it. And again, like that, inhaling, arms are carried up into upward gesture, open chest, beautiful. Stay there with the knee bend. Exhale, elbows bending, draw in the belly. Inhale, extending. Exhale, arms down. Go one more time and focus on the feeling in your chest throughout this. Nice. So when you finish, and take your time, let the front foot step to the back. Stand for a moment in symmetry for you, your body. Let's go to the other side. You'll turn out the left, step the right foot forward. And when the breath is prepared, sometimes I wait a breath before I begin, and you'll continue. Inhale again. The knee bends so it stands above the ankle. Stay, exhale, elbows bend, shoulders easy, neck easy, jaw easy. Inhale, floating all 10 fingers into length. Exhale, the arms settle down. Nice. And again, like that. So you'll inhale, bend the knee, and if you can, stay there with the knee bent as you exhale and bend the elbows. Yeah, good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Your timing, of course. And this third time, again, focus on the feeling sensation in the chest, the heart, the courage, as this word of heart, courage, connection. The courage to be kind. Really lovely. You'll find your own completion of that. Step the front foot to the back, feet parallel. Pause for just a moment. If you want to rest your hands either on the heart or any of those places we touched in the beginning. or just stand simply. Just take a moment to be, to feel, welcoming whatever arises in your experience. Okay, we'll ease the back a bit and then, strengthen. So when ready, you could release your nyasa, your gesture, and we'll do some uttanasana. On your next inhale, raise the arms from the front. Now, can you keep your arms lifted? Exhale, bend forward. It's somewhat paradoxical. Arms lift as you lower the whole body. At the end, release. Hands, head, and heart. And then reinitiate the length. Lengthen and lift the arms. The spine lengthens. Beautiful. And then rise. And the first time, exhale your arms down. Standing samasthiti. And you'll go like this, friends, a couple more times. In between, you can lower your arms or go right back into the forward bend. Okay? So if you need a resting breath in between, please take that. Warming up, asking the back to lengthen. This is beautiful. Good. Okay. And now the next time you rise to standing, just exhale, lower the arms, remain standing. Now this next part is a little more demanding on the back. It's going to build strength. If you're dealing with any strain or pain in the back, you may want to just repeat a couple times what we just did. Okay, so as you inhale again, raise the arms. Exhaling, bending forward. Good. Now inhale, come up halfway. Lift the arms overhead or side. Exhale, bend forward. Let's stay a breath here. And then on an inhale, lift the arms and rise back to vertical. Exhale, lower the arms. Okay, so half lift and then stay a breath. We'll go again when your breath is ready. Inhale, carries your arms into length. Slightly dip the chin towards the base of the throat. Exhale, bending forward, abdomen inwards. Inhale, come up halfway. Slight pause, perhaps. Exhale, bend forward again. Remain in the forward bend for a breath. And then you'll rise on inhale. Exhale, you'll lower the arms. Good. Rest a moment and just let's be curious about the pace of the breath. If you let go of any technique, just continue to breathe through the nose and notice the pace or tempo of the breath. The idea in this approach to wellness is that we don't stress the breath to the point where it becomes fast or shallow or we have to breathe through the mouth. Yeah, so interesting. So let's do a little side bending, shall we? So please face, if you're using a mat, you could face this long side of your mat. Take a wide stance. It's a sort of a reference. If you hold your arms out at shoulder height, your feet may be as wide as your wrists or a little less so, what feels reasonable. Okay, so then let the arms come down. Okay, if you feel like a giraffe that how giraffes, they widen their feet to drink water and they can barely get back up. I'd say bring your feet in a little bit. So I know, an obscure reference. So let's turn the right foot in a few degrees, okay? And then the left foot will turn out. People usually say 90. For some people, it may not be quite that. The pelvis might slightly turn towards that left foot, okay? So start with both legs long. Inhale, gradually let the arms come to the horizon. Nice. Exhale, lean to your left. Bring your hand towards your thigh or your shin or your foot or possibly the floor. See what that's like. Now let the inhale carry you back up to vertical. And exhale, the arms down. This is so similar to Tai Chi in a way, right? Every movement has equal value in a sense. Beautiful. Inhale, the arms are widened. I feel the width of my body. Exhale, you can bend that left knee some or keep it long, side bend. Head can remain neutral or slightly turned up. Inhale brings you back to vertical. We're building some strength here, actually. Can you feel that? Exhale, come down. And then please try that again. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, Trikonasana. Good, now stay there. Inhale, raise the arm a little bit towards your face, look up. Exhale, raise the arm to vertical and look down. If you can, stay another breath now. Inhale, raise your arm towards your face, look up towards your elbow or hand. Exhale, look down towards the floor, bring the arm vertical or a little bit behind you. Now, as you inhale, return to vertical spine, horizontal arms. Yes, exhale, the arms float into the ground. Good. Turn your feet more or less parallel, and let's just step the feet underneath and between for a moment, okay? Pause a moment, and then reflect on the sensation. What do you feel in your body, especially, for example, the right side? Okay, friends, so when ready, re-widen your feet. And then you'll pivot. It's actually a rotation in your hip, right? So you see it expressed in the foot, turns in a few degrees. Turn out in the right hip. You see it in your foot, 75 or 90 degrees, okay? Arms down. On the next inhalation, the arms are lifted wide. Feel the front and the back of your body long. Exhale. It could be different on this side. Sensible side bend. Inhale, reach the top hand back to where you started. That's it. Exhale, lowering the arms. Smooth breath throughout. And you'll go like that again. Inhaling wide and long. Exhale, side bend, arm towards the sky. Feel the inhale in your chest return you to center, wide, long. Exhale, arms down. Okay, and we'll go and stay a couple breaths. So next inhale, arms are wide and lifted, side. Yes. Exhale, side bend. Yes. Now, inhale, raise the arm towards your face, look towards your bicep, elbow, wrist, or hand. Exhale, bring the arm vertical and look down. Rotate your shoulders away from the ground. That's it. Stay there. Inhale, raise your arm towards your face as you look up. That's it. Exhale, arm goes vertical, look down. Turn your heart away from the ground. Perfect. Inhale, feel your feet as you return to vertical. Exhale, the arms settling into gravity. Lovely. Take your time, bring your feet underneath you, stand. Reflect on the sensations in your body. What do you feel in your body in general? And in particular, the left side of the body? Nice. Okay, friends. So how about would you come down to your mat and hands and knees? Okay. Please come to hands and knees. And after that, those side bends are pretty demanding in some ways. We want to make sure that we're not accumulating any undue effort, right? So let's start simple, soothing movements. Inhale, the chest lifts slightly. Exhale, like we did in the beginning, shift your hips and allow the back to lengthen, head towards the ground. Okay, go at your own pace or follow me. Inhale, come to all fours, slight arch of the back or back bend. Exhale, head is bowing throughout, elbows bending, head and elbows settling into gravity. So you know this. Try this now a couple more times. Okay, now, if appropriate, the next time you fold, just rest there a moment. And you could set the breath free if you were using ujjayi, this ocean breath technique. You could just let that go for a moment. And now we'll add a little bit of a vinyasa, only do what's right for you, okay? So from this folded position, can you lift your arms and stand on your knees? Okay, so kneeling Vajrasana, yeah. Now exhale, just reverse that. Bend forward again. If it's stressful on the back, bend the elbows as you come down. That's it. Now, as you inhale, come to all fours, Chakravakasana, toes under. Exhale, abdomen in, downward facing dog. Good, remain there for one breath cycle. Beautiful. As you inhale next, knees come to the floor. The chest lifts, the head tilts up gently. Exhale, fold into kneeling forward bend. And let's rest a breath here. When I say rest a breath, it can be one, but it might be two or three, depending on your experience. Can we try this again? So on next inhale, rise and standing on the knees. Feel the chest. Exhale, feel the abdomen flow in, kneeling forward bend, reversing the movement. Nice. Really nice. Wait for the inhale to carry you to all fours, chest lifts, soft float of the head up. Exhale, belly flows in, push the ground away. Belly and hands are in opposition. Stay for a breath cycle in downward facing dog. Now, option here to stay another breath in down dog, or on your next inhale, you could come into a plank posture. Possibility to inhale, plank, legs long, heels back. Exhale, downward dog. Okay. You could repeat that or stay in down dog another breath. Inhale, unfold into plank, heels reach back, crown of the head away from the heels. Yes. Exhale, center of the body goes in, downward dog. Stay another breath if appropriate. On your next inhale, the knees will come to the ground and the chest will lift. And you'll bow into Vajrasana forward bend, kneeling forward bend. Okay, and then last thing, inhale, raise the arms, stand on the knees, and lower the arms, and if comfortable, sit on your heels or stay standing on your knees. Beautiful, friends. Okay, so lovely. Let's take a moment now to lie on your back if you're able to let me see you when you're on your back, great. If it's not too much fuss, otherwise, no problem. Just lie down. It's nice to be able to see people, but I understand when people want to turn the camera off or they don't want to fiddle with that. So whatever is best for you. Take a moment, you'll lie on your back and you'll know, should I bend my knees or have the legs be long? Let your comfort determine that. Nice. And let's just let the body kind of like water on the earth, just kind of pool into the ground, loose and resting, and enjoy the radiant sensation of the body for a couple moments. Shanti. Shanti. Bringing your hands now, you could do this in your imagination, but you could also literally bring your hands to touch the crown of your head. And as you rest there with your eyes closed, you could chant quietly or silently, Om Shantihi, peace to this part of myself. And then when ready, you could palm the eyes, covering the eyes, or hovering the hands over the eyes if you prefer, silently or softly on the exhale, peace here, Om Shantihi. When ready, you could move the hands to the hollow or the fingers to the hollow at the base of the throat. Om Shantihi. When ready, to the heart region. Peace in the heart. To the abdomen. And then you could, in your imagination, to the knees. And to your feet. And then 2 times your whole body. Om Shanti. You could do a gesture from the head to the feet if you'd like. Om Shanti. And then take a moment to rest and let that reverberate and resound through your whole system. Okay, friends, so if your legs are extended, bend your knees to bring the soles of the feet to the floor. If need be, just slightly readjust your lower back into length. You'll know what to do. Okay, so let's try this. If you rest your hands like on your lower ribs, let's say, so it's not quite the heart, not quite the low abdomen, somewhere upper abdomen, lower ribs, elbows on the ground. Okay, just breathe there for a moment, this sort of place between chest and abdomen. Breathe into your hands. Okay, now bring your left knee towards your chest, and would you place your hands on your knee? Okay, so on your knee, your upper shin, kind of overlapped, or maybe fingers interlaced. We're going to do this same leg 3 times. So as you inhale, raise that foot to the sky and open your arms to the side on the floor. Or overhead is fine. Inhale, stretch, right? And exhale, bend the knee and cradle that knee inwards again. So a little bit of friendly compression in your abdomen. Okay, so the inhale expands the chest, the spine, the leg, the arms widen. That's it. Exhale, fold, pause a little bit with that friendly compression in the abdomen. And you'll do this again. Try to raise the foot above the hip joint. The leg lengthens and may not straighten all the way. Now go one more time. So I guess about probably a 4th time, and stay a breath. Inhale, raise the leg. Now, like you did with the arms, exhale, slightly bend the knee. Good. Inhale, extend through the heel, re-lengthen the leg. Ah, yes. When you exhale, cradle the leg in one more time. Perfect. And then set the foot down on the floor. When ready, let's go to the other side. Exhale, sink the thigh in. Wait for the inhale to elongate the leg, the arms wide. Exhale, cradle. You repeat this dynamically 3 times. Beautiful. So the exhale, the knee comes towards the chest, bent. That's it. So now, next time you extend, stay a breath. Inhale, extend your timing. The exhale, the knee will bend a little bit. Inhale, elongate. Yeah. Exhale, cradle the leg again. So beautiful, good. Now leave that knee there, let's say, and we bring the other knee to the chest. So place both hands, so right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Just rest there for just a moment. Okay, and now symmetrical arms and legs. When you inhale, raise both feet to the sky. Arms could be side or overhead. Exhale, cradle both legs in. Feel the friendly compression in your low abdomen. Nice. Like that again. Long inhale, ujjayi. Chin slightly down while the throat's still relaxed. Exhale, folding. Friendly compression. Now we'll go 2 more times, stay a breath. So inhale, extend the limbs. Now stay there, but slightly bend your knees and maybe the elbows a little bit too. Knees and elbows, those middle joints, yeah. And then inhale, extend through the fingertips, through the heels, stretch the elbows and the knees comfortably. And exhale, come back to Asana, cradle. And you can go like this 1 more time, staying a breath, slight bending of those middle joints on the exhale. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Okay. Then when you finish that, just settle your feet on the floor for a moment. And after all that constructive perturbance, like the kind of, hopefully it's feels like a good uh, stirring of the pot, but notice what you feel. And as many of us know, motion and emotion are linked in different ways, and we can really acknowledge our experience as these waves of different images or memories or feelings flow through us, giving that permission to unfold. I don't force anything. Ahimsa, the presence of kindness, not rejecting any part of myself. Let's do a little bit of twisting here. So let me just say this. So we could, one version, the milder version, which can still be extremely powerful, is with your knees bent, your feet standing. When you exhale, you'll tilt the knees to one side and inhale, return, okay? Do that if your back is at all weak or sensitive, or you just need to be more mellow. The other version would be this. You would bring your right knee to your chest, and then slide the left leg down along the floor. So your left leg is long, resting on the floor. Your right knee is to your chest. Okay, now bring the arms out in a T position. And when you exhale, move your right knee across to the left. Let the pelvis roll, go into the twist, the depth that's appropriate for you. Okay, now we're gonna inhale and come out again. So just the first couple of times, we're kind of asking the body, is this okay? How does this feel, right? So please do that a couple more times. You don't have to go in all the way on these first ones. 60, 70% is good. That's lovely. Exhale in, inhale coming out. Okay, now you could repeat one more time, this or the next time. You could stay. If it's stressful to have that leg that's long on the floor, you can bend it a bit to relieve strain in the back. If it's easy, you could take the knee that's bent and extend that knee some, moving your foot or your knee towards your left hand. The left hand may rest on the outside of the leg or connect to the foot, but just do what's comfortable now, closing the eyes, and remain here for 2 or 3 extended, comfortable breaths. Mm-hmm. As I exhale, there's this flowing movement in of the low belly. As I inhale, I'm aware of the mid-back, upper chest. Okay, so in your breath cycle, on your next inhalation, return to center. Okay, and let's rest in a symmetrical position in between sides. So that could be just feet on the floor, or you could bring your knees to your chest and do Asana 2 or 3 times, or just rest. Rest a moment before you do the other side. Okay, friends, so we open to the next side being possibly unique, different than the other, and that's fine and good. So whatever version you're doing, one leg long, one leg bent, or both knees bent. Let the exhale slightly precede the body movement. So my exhale starts, and then I bring that knee across 60 to 70%. And the inhale unwinds me back to center. Yeah. And you'll go like that again. If you have to jump out of the twist, may mean that you need to do a little milder version, yeah? So smooth coming out. You could repeat one more time, in and out, or stay. So this or the next exhalation. Staying for the same number of breaths, approximately So rest your eyes closed. Feel the anointing of peace in the body, the spiral through the spine. Let the bones settle. Let the muscles become restful. Feel the internal actions of breathing supporting you from deep, deep inside. The prana inside the breath, that which knows everything and goes everywhere and brings light. So on an inhalation, if you haven't come out already, this or the next inhalation, unwind, return to center, rest in symmetry for a moment. Could lower the arms or, yeah, so either feet on the floor or knees could fall together, feet wide, or cradle the knees in. This is a simple, important to rest in symmetry and just notice the effects for a breath or two here. And now we'll balance after those asymmetrical movements. We'll bring the knees to the chest and we'll do this special posture of Asana, placing the hands over the knees. The hands will remain on the knees the entire time. As you exhale, the knees come towards your chest. Rest in that pause that naturally appears after exhale. And the inhale floats the knees away and the arms are passively lengthened. And you repeat this several times, meditating upon the feeling in the lower back and the spontaneous rest after exhale. Please do one more after this one. And then take a moment to just settle, feet on the floor. Just for a couple moments. The Yoga Sutra says that the yama and niyama, these principles of behavior and attitudes towards others and ourselves, are guidelines for having a peaceful mind free of conflict. So the first principle, which governs all the following ones, ahimsa, to do no harm, the absence of harm, the presence of kindness allows us to have a peaceful mind. Okay? And we practice yoga to change our states. We can access that endogenous peace within us, that which is always there. We roll to the side calmly and come to sitting, do a little breathing and sitting. I'll suggest that when you could do this lying down if you feel, wherever, if I should have said that before you transition, but if you feel like I need to rest on my back, you can do that. Okay, of course you can. So you could place one hand on your upper chest or more what feels like the heart, wherever you're drawn to place it, and the other hand on the low abdomen, thumb about on the navel. So you're on the, and we'll just in a friendly way let the presence and touch, presence of our attention, the touch of our hands, help us experience the flow of breath. You could use a kind of soft whispered sound with your mouth closed on inhalation and exhalation. Feel the chest. You could imagine a ball or a ball of light in the chest expanding in all directions on the inhale. Belly relaxes at the end. Then exhale, flowing the region from the pubic symphysis to the navel is drawing in gradually as you exhale, mildly or strongly depending on where you are in your practice. Inhale, expanding chest, upper, middle, lower, and then relaxing the abdomen. Exhale, drawing in the abdomen progressively towards the back and spine. Try a couple more breaths like this. You could keep your hands there, or if you want to rest your hands down, that's fine too. Two more breaths like this, pausing after exhale. When you're finished with that, rest your arms down. And we will repeat what we did lying down now and sitting. So it could be one or two breaths in the exhalation. Actually, here's what I'm going to suggest, that we, in these places where we're touching ourselves, so let's bring our hands to the crown, eyes closed. And so let the inhale come in, and then exhale, softly chant Om Shanti. And then you stay there for the inhale. And then when you exhale again, silently chant peace here in the crown of my head. Then you'll go to the eyes. So each place, one time out loud, softly on the exhale, and then another breath, silent repetition of Om Shanti. You continue to the throat and the heart and the abdomen, 2 breaths at each place, your timing. Shanti. Om Shanti. your timing. And then you'll do the same thing, 2 breaths to the knees and to the feet, either touching those joints or just touching them in your awareness. Shanti. Shanti. And then sit for a moment to rest. Feeling all of these areas anointed with the mantra of peace. And then, when ready now, we inhale and raise the arms. And a gesture from head to feet, we chant 3 times. Om Shanti. Your timing, 2 more breaths like that. The whole body, the whole system. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And then rest for a moment. Now listen and repeat, please. Om Shanti. Together. Om Shanti. Listen now, a little stronger. Om Shanti Shanti. Together 2 times. Om Shanti Shanti. Listen again. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Strongly together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. One more time together, eyes open. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. So, yeah, thank you for coming. And I just want to remind people that these classes are the pay what you can system. So if you're having difficult times, you're welcome to take the class for free. If you're able to pay $15 or less or more, thank you so much. And to remind you of my Monday class, and I'm going to be starting another chanting session on Tuesdays in a couple weeks. So, and I just want to encourage you to practice in between. It doesn't have to be a whole hour. Taking a few moments to breathe, little pods of practice once or twice a day go a long way. Okay, so blessings to everybody, and feel welcome to reach out, email, or you can hang out and share a little bit here if you would like. Okay, all the best.